For decades, Finland walked a tightrope of neutrality, balancing independence against the looming shadow of its eastern neighbor. But that era is officially over. By joining NATO, Finland did not just add territory to the alliance. It brought a military machine specifically designed for one purpose: total defense against a superior power. With a wartime strength of 280,000 troops, the largest artillery arsenal in Western Europe, and a society wired for comprehensive security, Finland transforms NATO's northern flank from a vulnerability into a fortress. This is not just a new member. It is the alliance's ultimate insurance policy. Finland operates under a doctrine known as total defense or comprehensive security. Unlike most Western nations that separate the military from civil society, Finland mobilizes the entire nation. The government holds legal authority to commandeer civilian trucks for logistics, utilize construction companies for fortification, and convert private medical facilities into military hospitals. While the active duty force is small, this mobilization system generates a wartime strength of 280,000 troops, backed by nearly 900,000 reservists. To put that in perspective, Finland can field a wartime force that rivals the land armies of Germany and the UK, despite having a fraction of the population. This is a society where national defense is woven into the fabric of daily life. These are not merely paper soldiers. Finnish reservists maintain a high level of readiness through frequent refresher training. The system allows the Finnish defense forces to scale up almost instantly. In a crisis, the private sector becomes the logistics core. Commercial shipping, telecommunications, and food production are all integrated into defense planning. This depth of integration means that an enemy does not just fight an army, they fight an entire functioning society designed to resist occupation. The psychological impact of this doctrine is just as potent as the kinetic one. It signals to any potential aggressor that a quick victory is impossible. In terms of raw firepower, Finland is the undisputed artillery king of Western Europe. The Finnish defense forces field more artillery tubes than the United Kingdom, France, and Germany combined. The strategy is built on massed fires, designed to break armored columns before they reach the main line of resistance. The centerpiece is the K9 Mukari, a 155mm self-propelled howitzer acquired from South Korea. These are not just big guns. They are integrated into a digital fire control system capable of time-on-target strikes. This capability allows a single battery to fire multiple rounds at different trajectories so that they all impact the target simultaneously. This creates a devastating wall of steel that denies the enemy any freedom of movement. The artillery corps also operates the heavy M270 multiple launch rocket system, upgraded to fire GMLRS precision munitions. This extends the reach of Finnish ground forces to approximately 80 kilometers, with sniper-like accuracy. But the true strength lies in the quantity. While other European nations reduced their stockpiles after the Cold War, Finland kept buying. They possess a deep inventory of ammunition that allows them to sustain high-intensity combat operations for weeks or months, a reality that the war in Ukraine has proven to be the deciding factor in modern conventional conflict. Finland's Air Force doctrine flips the standard NATO model on its head. While most allies rely on large, centralized air bases that are vulnerable to missile strikes, Finland trains its pilots to operate from single-lane civilian highways, hidden deep within forests. Roadside bases are activated during crises, complete with hidden fuel caches and maintenance crews. Finland is a global pioneer in preparing to operate the incoming F-35A Block 4 jets with this specific road base infrastructure. The goal is a refuel and rearm turnaround time of under 20 minutes. This dispersal ensures that even if main airfields are destroyed in the opening hour of a conflict, the Finnish Air Force remains operational and lethal. The acquisition of 64 F-35A fighters replaces the aging fleet of FA-18 Hornets. This is a massive qualitative leap. The F-35 brings stealth, advanced sensor fusion, and electronic warfare capabilities that turn the Finnish Air Force into an intelligence-gathering powerhouse. In the dispersed operations model, these jets can pop up from a forest road, strike targets deep behind enemy lines, and land at a completely different highway strip before the enemy can calculate a return trajectory. This survival-focused doctrine makes the Finnish air component exceptionally difficult to neutralize. To protect the skies, Finland made a historic move, becoming the first export customer for Israel's David Sling air defense system. This high-altitude interceptor is designed to destroy ballistic and cruise missiles at long ranges. It fills a critical gap in European air defense, sitting above the medium-range capabilities to provide a cost-effective shield against mass missile barrages. When integrated with existing ground-based systems, it contributes to a wide-area denial zone that makes Finnish airspace a nightmare for hostile aircraft and missiles. This acquisition costs approximately 316 million euros, a bargain for the strategic coverage it provides. The system is designed to intercept the kind of tactical ballistic missiles that Russia has deployed extensively. By layering David Sling with upgraded NASAMS batteries for medium-range defense and heavy anti-aircraft artillery for close-range protection, Finland is building one of the densest air defense networks on the continent. This multi-layered approach ensures that high-value targets, such as the dispersed air bases and mobilization centers, remain protected under fire. Modern warfare requires constant communication, but relying on cell towers or satellites creates vulnerability. Finland's solution is the Bidium Tactical Wireless IP Network. This is a software-defined radio mesh that creates a self-healing battlefield internet. Every vehicle and command post acts as a node. If a command vehicle is destroyed, the network automatically reroutes data through other units instantly. This ensures that command and control remains intact, even under heavy jamming or physical destruction of infrastructure. It allows dispersed Finnish units to coordinate ambushes and artillery strikes without relying on easily targeted central hubs. The system supports high data rates, allowing for real-time video and sensor data sharing across the entire force. This is critical for the Finnish way of war, which relies on small, autonomous units striking the enemy's flanks and rear. Bidium TAC Win ensures that a squad hiding in the forest can call in precision artillery fire from a battery 30 kilometers away, without their signal being triangulated or jammed. This technological edge acts as the secret glue that holds the dispersed army together. Finland's accession to NATO fundamentally alters the strategic map of the Arctic. It creates what analysts call the Kola trap. Russia's northern fleet, based on the Kola Peninsula, houses the bulk of their nuclear ballistic missile submarines. The supply lines to this critical region run parallel to the Finnish border. By placing Allied long-range fires and surveillance capabilities within striking distance of the Murmansk logistics corridor, Finland can threaten Russia's connection to its most important naval assets. This shift forces Russian planners to divert massive resources to defend a border that was previously considered safe. The strategic significance of this cannot be overstated. For decades, Russia assumed its northern flank was secure due to Finnish neutrality. Now, every trainload of supplies heading to the northern fleet must pass through a corridor that NATO can interdict. This creates a dilemma for Russian command. Do they concentrate forces in the south or protect the nuclear deterrent in the north? They cannot. do both effectively. Finland's geography alone acts as a massive force multiplier for the entire NATO alliance. The Finnish Navy does not seek to rule the waves, it seeks to make them impassable. The strategy is sea denial. Finland's coastline is a labyrinth of thousands of islands and shallow passages, ideal for defensive warfare. The fleet uses one of the most capable stockpiles of naval mines in Europe to turn these waters into a death trap for hostile ships. The upcoming Pohjanmaa-class corvettes are designed specifically for this environment. These ice-strengthened vessels can operate year-round, regardless of freezing conditions. They carry anti-ship missiles and mine-laying gear, ensuring that any amphibious landing force would face catastrophic losses before even sighting the shore. Unlike blue water navies that project power across oceans, the Finnish Navy is optimized for the littoral zone. The Hamina-class missile boats and the new corvettes are fast, stealthy, and punch well above their weight. They can hide among the archipelago islands, using the terrain to mask their radar signature before launching surprise missile attacks on larger enemy vessels. This guerrilla warfare at sea makes a naval invasion of Finland practically suicidal. The focus on mine warfare also allows Finland to complicate operations in the Gulf of Finland, potentially bottling up the Russian Baltic Fleet. Perhaps the most unique aspect of Finnish defense lies beneath the surface. Helsinki sits atop a massive underground city, a network of over 5,500 civil defense shelters carved into solid granite. These are not damp concrete boxes. In peacetime, they serve as swimming pools, hockey rinks, and parking garages. But key facilities can convert within 72 hours into blast-proof, self-sustaining shelters capable of housing 900,000 people, more than the entire population of the capital. They function with independent air filtration, power generation, and water supplies. This infrastructure guarantees the survival of the civilian population and the continuity of government, negating the threat of terror bombing campaigns. The tunnels are built to withstand heavy conventional bombardment and even nuclear fallout. This civil defense capability is the final piece of the total defense puzzle. It ensures that the population can endure a protracted conflict without the societal collapse that often forces nations to surrender. It is a level of preparedness that simply does not exist elsewhere in Europe.